here's the thing though about boycotts, and sometimes they don't work, and we've seen that in the past, in the recent past, where we had a bunch of us homos out there trying to instill a boycott against Chick-fil-A. And I guess what I want to say is we have to be very careful as to who and how we boycott. And really, I'm not a fan of boycotts, to be honest, because that means we have to be dedicated to it. And a lot of us, especially people like me, I mean, we're not dedicated to anything. Especially a boycott. I mean, look at the anti-gay hate group, American Family Association, with Brian Fisher. And look at those bozos. They try to do all these boycotts on Toys R Us. I don't know, who else do they want to boycott? Disney, Ford, Google, Microsoft, Starbucks. Basically everything and everybody got boycotted by these assholes, except Chick-fil-A. Now, Chick-fil-A was it's the only thing that you can do in the South, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Chick-fil-A should venture out into other areas like film and software development and coffee. Well, they already sell coffee, right? And the thing about Chick-fil-A is, why didn't that boycott work? It's because you targeted a right-wing southern fried chicken joint. And a lot of these hicks, rednecks, if you want to call them, these teabaggers, oh man, they love fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? Fried chicken. Oh, they love that fried chicken. They love to stuff their fat faces with that shit, you know? That's why they're all fat asses. I mean, look at your typical teabagger. They're all fucking fat asses and morons and retards. Can't even think straight. And it's because of all that junk food, of all that, fried shit. And nothing wrong with having a few pieces of chicken once in a while, but I mean, these people in the South, because that's where the reactionary teabagger, Dixiecrat, conservative manifesto comes from, is from the South. These people eat a lot of shit. Literally shit. I mean, look at Paula Deen, for example. I mean, she represents the South, basically. I'm not trying to rail against Paula Deen, although I find her kind of annoying. But Paula Deen represents what the South is. Basically, look at what she did on the Food Network. All those recipes. Fucking A. And if you were to do all of her recipes, you would die within 30 months. I mean, 30 days in a month. You'll die of a cardiac arrest. I mean, it's butter this, lard that, and deep fry that, and so if you want to attack these southern rednecks and teabaggers, don't go after the fat. Don't go after Chick-fil-A. That's where they go eat. I mean, that's their hangout, basically. And so what happened was, since everybody, all these rednecks and teabaggers love Chick-fil-A, all these Paulo Deans, they love Chick-fil-A. So what do? They go and support Chick-fil-A now even more than ever before, because Chick-fil-A got that free publicity. Now, here's the thing about the Olympics. And there's talk about boycotting the Olympics. Forget about the vodka. That's just stupid. That's just ridiculous. It's nonsense. It doesn't make any sense to boycott Stolichnaya, which is a pro-gay company. That's not really where we need to go. Boycotting the Olympics, though, it will be different, because a lot of these conservatives and reactionaries don't like the Olympics. I mean, look what they were talking about during the Olympics in London. The Summer Games in 2012, right? 3 years ago. No, I'm sorry, last year I think it was, right? 2012. And we had the London Games, and these reactionaries were so fucking pissed about all the propaganda and they hate propaganda, right? Like the Russians, they hate gay propaganda too. I don't know. There seems to be a connection there. I don't know if you can tell, but the boycotting of the games is going to be a whole different thing, though, because when we boycott Chick-fil-A, they didn't give a shit. They're like, yeah, go ahead, boycott us. Who gives a shit, right? They didn't. Nobody from the company cared about that, except for for PR purposes. They said, oh no, we serve everybody. We don't discriminate. Blah blah blah. But then you have the Olympic people, right? The International Olympic Committee coming out saying, oh, don't boycott us. It's stupid. Oh, don't do it. Oh, no, no, no. And then you have all these other people who are invested in this whole Olympic fiasco, who are saying, "Oh, don't boycott us! Don't boycott us! Oh no, it's not a real good solution." Meaning that it is a good solution. Meaning that since conservatives don't really mind not having the Olympics, since conservatives don't really care about watching the Olympics, who watches the Olympics? A lot of people, but not necessarily. It's not like just a block of conservatives who are watching the Olympics. It's a lot of people watch the Olympics. So if you boycott the Olympics and only have conservatives watch those games, NBC is going to lose a lot of audience there, a lot of viewership. Okay, and it could send a really good message there. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not a fan of boycotts. But since we are in this kind of situation and the environment in Russia is getting really harsh for these gay people, some of them are being beaten and forced to drink piss and raped and then killed eventually. And there's this report about this young gay guy that was killed by this gang of thugs and neo-Nazis. Huh. Oh, but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong going on with Russia. We're being told, right? Nothing wrong, Jose. It's all good. Yeah, right.